the good energy. All right, welcome back, everybody. You know our next guest is a big deal because like Oprah and Madonna, he's known by only his first name, and it's the one that's become a household name across the country.
Yep, he is one of the most charming chefs we have ever had on this show, and we are thrilled that he's joining us back today with recipes from his latest cookbook, Multicooker Everything. Please welcome the one and only Ricardo!
Thank you. Thank you.
So good having you here.
We love having you here, and let me tell you, we love all your passion for all things cooking related.
Yeah.
Now, I have to say, personally, my partner Jason, he's like, we don't need a pressure cooker. We just don't need one. We can slow cook anything on the burner. Please sell him on why we need a pressure cooker.
It's funny because at the end, it's the same result.
Okay.
The slow cooker is when you're a good planner. You know, okay, we'll have that tonight. You start it in the morning. But it's not for everyone. I'm not like that.
Oh.
My wife asked me, what do you want this week? I don't know what I want in 5 minutes. I don't know what I want this week. So the pressure cooker will give you a head start for that type of personality that wants to do it when you feel it. And everything can be made between 10 to 45 minutes. A beurre bourguignon, a chili, or anything you think have to be braised in the oven or in the stove for hours and hours, maximum 45 minutes, it's done.
Wow,
Okay.
because I'm the opposite of Cynthia. I grew up in my house. Every Saturday, my dad, love you, Dad, would have this giant stainless steel pressure cooker with the black knob
The
that
scary
would hiss for hours. Trauma in my childhood. Tell us, why are pressure cookers so good for cooking food?
It is good because not only is it fast, it's efficient, it keeps the nutrients of the food. It will keep, I'll say, even enhance the flavor, cut on energy, cut on cost, because normally if you want something good at this piece of meat, you need a tough piece, a cut that is tough, like a shoulder. And that shoulder, by being cooked under pressure, will melt in the mouth, will be juicy and tender. So it's good for your budget, good for the environment, good for your health, good for the flavor. What else does he need?
I'm sold. I'm sold.
Okay.
I am totally
I've changed
sold.
my mind.
It's not only making crazy stuff wild. I mean, you can do basic stuff as you picked today.
yeah.
Okay.
And you can do this on a Monday if you want, and it's possible.
Love it. I love this idea. So let's get to the food because we want to know how to make all of these dishes. So starting with this one, which is a meatless pasta, meatless spaghetti, basically pasta.
In the book, I have a Bolognese classic sauce, yes. But again, we're talking a lot about vegetables or vegetable proteins, like soya. And soybeans are very, we harvest, I'd say 90% of what we consume in the world. So we should eat more of that. PTV is a protein made out of soy, and it's the same texture as ground meat. And whatever you mix with it, it's not like tofu. It's the same plant,
Really?
but will give you a texture. So you can start to ask this in your grocery stores across the country, and you can cut meat by half. Adding this, you'll have more proteins. It's going to be
idea.
healthy, cut on cost.
Save money.
Again,
That's
save
delicious.
money.
Yeah.
And it's a great sauce. Actually, even if you have, and there's always someone in the family, I don't want that taste.
You just sneak it in.
Well, you sneak it in, and you could do, say, you're doing tacos with this. You can do a lot of things where it needs ground meat, and it works well. So I wanted you to taste it.
Beautiful.
Do you like it?
It's so great.
So
If you wouldn't know that it's not me, do you?
You would know.
Would have
You
no
know.
idea.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Now, here's my question for you. Do you have to saute everything in a previous, like a separate pan, or can you do it right in the multi-cooker?
It's a good question. I mean, it's not a miracle, that machine. That will save you time on cooking. So you'll have to do what you would do normally. Yes, saute, grill, caramelize, do this. But at the end, you throw everything in a pot, close the lid, pressure on, and it will go, like I said, from 5 minutes to 45, roughly.
Okay, but you say cooking meat in a pressure cooker is the best idea. Why?
Because it's fast.
Okay.
It's really fast. I mean, you can actually make a pork shoulder. I have another recipe. It's a pasta.
Yeah.
It's pulled pork pasta with gnocchi and, well...
Why is it when you describe food, it sounds just such more delicious than regular? Is it just me? It's the Ricardo effect. I'm listening.
It's because you need to vary the texture, the colors. Like moist and dry and crisp. You see?
I see.
We're going
Mon
somewhere.
Dieu, I see.
Mon Dieu. Oh my God. Now I can't look at her anymore.
All right, sorry. Let's get back on track. We're professionals here.
Yeah.
Ricardo, you brought some chicken burrito bowls
Yep.
to try. How did this all come together?
Well, bowls are very popular. We see stores, that are selling only bowls. Why not making it at home? This is fantastic. Because, yes, you're going to stir your onions and the chicken thigh, which are quite often on special or family package. And then you will add all the rest of the ingredients, including sprinkling the rice on top. Close the lid. 20 minutes after.
That was good.
Open it, mix it, and add the toppings you want. Cheddar cheese, lettuce, tomato, avocado, and you will have a bowl that everyone can serve. I just put the bowl in the middle of the table. Everyone can serve themselves.
Love that idea.
And I love when all of these can become lunches for tomorrow, for work or for school. It's nice, or even like sometimes freeze them. You know, you can freeze this chili. You make the chili, freeze it, and then you have a couple of portions that the day you don't know what to eat at the job or at school, it's done.
Okay, good stuff.
It's perfect. Speaking of chili, let's talk about, it's the colder weather season. We want to warm ourselves up. You've got a recipe for a classic beef chili.
I'm always like anxious to go back to fall for this because in the middle of summer, nobody wants this.
No, it's too heavy.
The thing is beans. Okay, again, all the legumes, Canada is the biggest producer in the world, okay?
Yes, I didn't know that.
Chickpea, 95% of the worldwide production. We don't eat enough of them. It's a great source of protein, very healthy, but quite often we use cans where we can buy for way cheaper, no salt, nothing added, the type of beans you want. The only thing you have to think about is I'll soak them overnight or the morning before I go to work. But then a chili like this, you'll have the classic one in half an hour instead of hours and hours. And this one, instead of beef broth, I put a cup of espresso or coffee, dark coffee. You won't really taste the coffee, but it adds some depth. You like, when it's,
I'm trying to taste the coffee. I do taste the depth, but I would never know that was espresso. That's really good.
You want layers of flavors. A good recipe doesn't have to be complicated, but there's layers. Sometimes layers, of textures, of flavors, but if you can combine all of this, a standard Omi recipe like this becomes whoa, I like that.
Oh my goodness, Ricardo, we love having. Come back, will you, please?
I will.
Okay, Multicooker Everything. It is available now, and guess what, studio audience? You are all going home with your very own.
Hey there, what did you think? Drop your comments below and join the conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can find more on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. See you soon.